My name's Lindsay Dugan. I'm part of Southeast High School Ministry at LaGrange campus. I'm not originally from the Louisville area. I come from a smaller town, about 2.5 hours south of here, and I did grow up in a Christian home. But just because you grow up in a Christian home does not mean things are perfect. And though I feel like growing up, everything seemed normal, it did start to hit me that we did have some imperfections, I guess, late middle school, early high school years. My family was just going through a lot. There was just a lot of tension and frustration. In turn, I started to develop a lot of anxiety and depression. I developed an eating disorder and struggled with bulimia. So it was the summer before my senior year of high school. I was 17 at the time when I started working as a lifeguard at my local pool, where I became acquainted with an older college guy and a couple of older men who, looking back on it now, sexualized me, and I believed, preyed on my vulnerability and how naive I was at that time. They introduced me kind of to a sexual lifestyle or even embracing sexuality. I remember any time that I engaged in sexual activity or behaved provocatively, it seemed like I was awarded with attention and praise, and in turn that made me feel loved and wanted. I did start to see consequences for my actions. I started to lose a lot of friendships and got in trouble with parents and in trouble at school even. And aside from those consequences, even though I was using sex as my way of coping with anxiety and depression, it was ultimately leading me in an even darker headspace mentally. And I even started to hate myself and struggle with suicidal thoughts. So being in that dark place and even seeing those consequences, I felt like I still couldn't stop the lifestyle, despite seeing those things. There were a couple of reasons why, but the first reason, I didn't really want to give it up. There were a lot of times that maybe I felt God was tugging at my heart and that He, was sending people in my life who may have wanted me to go back into church, and I felt that way, but I was pushing Him away because I didn't want to stop and I didn't want to feel convicted. But the other part of me felt like I was just past the point of no return. Like, I felt like there is no way, after all the things that I have done, that God would actually want a relationship with me and want me back.